Welcome back to the channel. My name is Eminem the Artist, and if you click the thumbnail, you already know what the video is about. Basically, we're going back to my childhood back in the 80s, Thundercats, right? So we've seen them be in the comics before, we've seen them come back before, and they didn't stay around for too long, so hopefully this time it's a little different. But I'm gonna tell you something, right? So I got my copy right here. This is a foil variant there. Hopefully that can focus on there, right? So I do support the comics, I do buy them physically whenever I can. But let's get right to it, right? So Thundercats #1 is from Dynamite. They obviously got the licensing deal, and I'm hoping that they're gonna take this to the next level, and we'll be here for a while. Hopefully this time around we get the Thundercats to stay around, and hopefully we see the Lunatics. My favorite characters out of the whole universe of Thundercats is the Lunatics. Love that group. Hopefully I'll share some art that I'm working on, just for fans' sake. And I'll link my Instagram below so you can see some of my artwork there. Follow me on Instagram. I'll link that below. Check out my artwork. But Thundercats #1, Dynamite by Shalvey and Moss. Basically, the first issue, they're retelling the story, right? They're trying to catch us up. They're trying to tell us what Thundercats is about, right? And it sticks faithfully to the cartoon in the 80s. It doesn't really deviate too much. Tigra has a new sort of weird mustache thing going on. I dig it. It's not too bad. Look, to be honest, it's just a retelling of what we already know. Nothing really exciting happens. The artwork can be good at times, but for the most part, it's not inspiring. It tends to be a little, in today's day and age, I can't tell the artist apart too much, right? A lot of artists just look the same, they're melting, they all have this one style, right? This very digital type style where there's no real separation from one another. And it's hard for me sometimes to look at it and say, oh, that's this guy, or that's that guy. And I'm always say this, like, I'm an old man, right? In the 90s and 80s, and even the early 2000s, we knew what artist was what. You could see a comic book and go, oh, that's that guy, right? No matter what book, if they were working on a new book that you didn't know about, you would see that style and go, oh, that's Bagley. Oh, that's Lee. That's Liefeld. That's Portasio. You can see that Sam Keith. You can't even confuse him with anybody else. In today's day and age, I tend to find that everybody kind of looks the same, very uninspired. I'm hopeful that this artist in the next issues as they go along, as his pen and his hand, and as the issues get cranked out on the page, they get more used to the characters and get more fluid, and the skill set starts to go way up, right? So we see the origin story of Lionel, Crash, and we get a tease of Mumra towards the end. The quality of the book, I got a million variant covers. You got the Liefeld cover. I got that because I'm a big Liefeld fan, and I know. I'll make a video about that another day. Liefeld is sin, but hey, I grew up with Liefeld. What can I say? So I had to get the cover. But overall, it's a good, solid story to begin with. I'm not going to spoil too much here. I'm not going to spoil it just in case you haven't picked it up. But I can tell you, if you know the story of the Thundercats, they came from Thundera, they crashed on Third Earth. Something happens here. There are things that happen that are not canon to the cartoon, right? They flip certain things on its head, right? And they're hinting to the fact that Mumra always knew of sort of omens and that there's a history there. I'll give you that much. Something happens in this book that throw me for a little loop. I go, oh, that's a different take. So that I enjoyed. In the second issue, we're going to get a new Thundercat, so can't wait for that. I'll review that when it comes out and when I have it in hand. But again, the book is well made. It is beat by beat. It moves. So pacing is decent. Like I said, I don't know too much about Shalvey. I think is the name of the artist. Shalvey. I'm sorry if I'm butchering that. I don't follow the artist, so I don't know if they've been in the game for a very long time, or is there a new artist maybe 3-4 years into the game, and hopefully this is the book that they take and takes them to the next level, right? Their pen game and their drawing game goes to another level. I don't know. Hopefully that's the case. I need the energy of this book to be a little, the drawings a little bit, a little bit better. Like I said, there are those moments in there where you go, oh, that looks like this person enjoyed that particular panel. And then the rest is like, okay, I gotta get through these panels to get to this panel. I think that's what I'm trying to say. I'd rather have a late book that's top notch. Comic books are a visual medium. Than a book that's on time but is not inspiring in any way, shape, or form. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, in the 90s, we had books sometimes late horrendously. Stephen Platt was notorious for being late. But when you got the book in your hand, you go, well, that's a visual feast. So hopefully it's that. Hopefully we can get that sort of art out of this artist, and then the writing can get a little bit more inspired when they get used to the characters and they start developing this world. So I'm going to give it a few more issues to see where it goes and see if I'm going to keep it or not. If not, you just stop if it's just more of the same, right? So anyway, let me know in the comments below. Do you have this issue? Do you like it? Do you like the pacing? Do you like the art? Do you like the artist, the writer? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next one. And I'm out.